That one was like a shocker for me, like, I have traveled abroad. This time around, it's like, before you should get broke, can't get broke. That's another trouble. Yo, what's up, man? Forget all those things, I beg. But then you go abroad and that's what you are doing as a job. You are cleaning. It changes your own mindset. Not looking down people because you have iPhone. Me, I am using Android. I beg you. I eat Dominican food, and I enjoy them actually. Like now, this is Christmas period, and another time we are alone again. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those seeing this beautiful face for the first time, you're welcome. My name is Precious Ayorinde. I film content on faith, relationship and lifestyle all the way from the Commonwealth of Dominica. So guys, let's go straight into today's business, which is why everyone should move abroad at least once in their lifetime, and how Dominica has impacted my life. Like, I moved here for some years now, even for my family. How has it been? So that's what we're going to be discussing today. So yeah, let's get right into it. Welcome back guys, but before we continue, have you liked this video? Have you subscribed? Have you turned on your post notification bell so you'll be alerted anytime I post? Have you also shared this video? Please go ahead and click the share button because you know that I'm about to give you some nice juice from this video, okay? So for those who have watched my previous videos, I did a video about how I moved from Nigeria to Dominica, 7 years and all those things. Like, you see that I came here like some years ago, and I came here as a teenager. Well, I was almost done with teenage years anyway. And I've just seen series of things in this life that I never experienced. But then that's life for you, right? Like, I feel like moving abroad opened me to a whole new life I did not realize. It's one thing when you're living with your family where you want something, you get it. You want to go somewhere, you go there, like you're just in the comfort of your family and your comfort zone, right? So moving abroad has really changed some things for me, and that's what I'll be sharing right now. So what's the first thing? It has made me to be more independent. Not that I wasn't independent before, but this time around it's like and I think even adults generally makes you more independent, but when you're not an adult outside your comfort zone, outside your family, is like another level. Seriously, like another level. Like, you're literally going to be out of your comfort zone. Like, you have no choice than to be independent. If you were not independent before, you're going to learn. If you were independent before, you're going to be more independent, because now it's like there's no one on your on your case. Oh, go and do this. Oh, you're meant to go to school by this time, go. If you don't want to go, you won't go. It's just that you feel. It's like there's nobody on, trying to like push you like before. You have to do things on your own. You have to push yourself. You have to, you just have to learn to be independent, to get the things you want, the right way, of course. You just have to you have to grow faster. That's another thing. You learn to grow faster. For me, I had to learn, how to grow in some aspects. You won't grow spiritually. Like, some people, they were not maybe spiritual when they were at home, and when they came here, they found a church that was nice. They saw they saw certain things that made them want to see God, to know who they are and everything. Because life abroad is just a whole different thing. The fact that you're not in your comfort zone, even if you're in your family and you're abroad, the fact that you're not in your land where maybe your other relatives are and other things, it's just going to you're going to see life. And sometimes this forces you to want to know God, and at least want to know who this God is, and it can also push you away from God. Actually, there are some who were close to God before, by the time they went abroad, they just diverted. And but you learn to grow, actually, physically, mentally, especially. Another thing under even becoming independent is that you have to learn to take care of yourself. Because when I was back home, when I'm sick, even though malaria was stronger than just regular flu, right? But when I was sick, I wasn't able to do anything most of those times. And my family, even my friends, shout out to SA. There was a time I was sick while I was in the hostel in college, and then she had to bathe me, take care of me. There are always people there, your family is there. Before you go home, they take care of you. But yeah, even though flu, I think the highest flu makes me feel is maybe I'll be weak for a day or two or something. and start getting back. But even if you get someone to take care of you, maybe that first, after that, they're on your own. Like, I think the first time it really hit me was, what year was that? I think, was it 2016 or so? And I had flu, and the flu really hit me bad, and it was exam period. Like, exam was maybe that week or something. And I had to prepare, and everybody was preparing, and it was not raining. I think there was like a storm watch or something that was going to, oh, it was just raining. I can't remember clearly, but people were not really in town, and I had to, like, imagine when you have flu and you're just sneezing uncontrollably, sneezing like multiple times back to back, and then you have to wear something like a jacket, go into the bus, get to town and get medication from, I think it was Jolly's I went to. Like, if I was back home, somebody would have done that for me, obviously. Like, I'll just be lying down, waiting for the food, waiting for the medicine, the drugs. But no, I had to do it myself. So like, that one was like a shocker for me, like, I have traveled abroad. So you just have to learn to take care of yourself, even if you were so dependent on your family to do this, to buy this, or your mom is going to buy that. If you don't cook, you're not going to eat. Except you want to spend your money outside, and when it's not going to finish. Okay, so like, you have to like be financially responsible. You can't just spend on things that you don't need. You have to save, you have to spend wisely. You have to be accountable with your money so that you don't become broke. Before you get broke, before you get broke, you can't get broke. That's another trouble. So like, you have no choice than to just be independent. You have to take care of yourself. Like, if I don't take care of myself, who will? Another thing is that it has given me the space to know myself, and that's what to do when you go abroad, to just give you that space where you know yourself, know what you like, know what you don't like. Let me just say, it also gives you the space to discover yourself, who you really are. Like, you want to know your talents, your passions, your gifts, your purpose. Some people have come abroad and maybe due to one thing or the other, they've had to learn who they are, know their purpose. They found their purpose, they found their giftings, they've learned new skills that they didn't know they could learn, or they could do. It stretches you. And it just gives you that space, because back home, you're with your family most of the time. You're not living alone, and maybe there's a certain way your family does things. There's a certain way plates they use, certain dish soaps they use. But when you live alone, you get to explore the things you like, the things you don't like, the things you wouldn't want to use or have in your home. It just gives you that space to really know who you are. And knowing yourself actually takes time. It's not just a one-day thing and you've known yourself. No, it takes time. So it helps you just know, this is who I am. Okay, so I think everyone, at least once in your lifetime, should travel out. Another thing is that it gives you exposure to a different aspect of life. Like, it exposes your mind, exposes you to a different culture, to a different way of life. Maybe before you, like I said one time, where like coming from Nigeria, where even if you're not a family member, you call a person auntie, uncle, even though I know your uncles in quotes, but coming here and saying that some people don't mind you just calling them by their name. It's a different thing. You've seen a child calling you by your name, but then you just get to see that there's not one big deal in it like that. Like, why are we carrying it on our head? Back home, it just opens your mindset to a whole different reality. You see the way people live, and some things that maybe from your culture you think is a big deal, that you think, oh, this thing is the right way and only way. You begin to see that there are different ways to it, and it's not a big deal. And I feel like exposure really changes a lot. It changes a person, and even also changes a country. By the time people who moved out of their country to go somewhere else go back to that country, you see that they're different. Forget the yo, what's up, man? Forget all those things, I beg. But like, you see the real change. You see that there's a way they do things now. There's a way they see life now. Sometimes people look at, oh, you're my junior. Like, okay, for instance, now in Nigeria, like, there's this class thing that goes on. Oh, the high class, the middle class, you see a driver, because the driver, you don't treat them well, or you get man, or maybe it's a cleaner. But then you go abroad and that's what you are doing as a job. You are cleaning. It changes your whole mindset. It makes you see things differently. When you go back home, you don't treat people anyhow anymore. You just see everybody as equal. That the only thing is just the job. Abroad, people that are cleaning can have cars. It's just as someone who is a doctor can, or someone who is a banker. Like, yeah, the money of course will be a bit different. So when you get back home, you're able to see people differently and treat people as one, not looking down people because you have iPhone. Me, I am using Android. I beg you. Another way exposure can change your country is maybe you go abroad, you see that this is the way this country is doing, that is making the country better. You look at the system, healthcare, you look at the health system, you look at the transport system. It's just that, okay, maybe this is the way they do things. And then by the time you go back home, you can implement one or two things. You can open maybe new stores. You can just like try to bring back what you've learned over there or seen over there that can help. I don't understand why some of our politicians actually go abroad and they come back home and we're not seeing any changes. Like, you guys can't see how nice those places are. Like, I don't understand it. Like, but the truth is that exposure will change you. It will always change you. You will never be the same, either in a positive way or in a negative way. But most times in a positive way. It's not when you overdo it or you maybe move with the wrong set of people that it can change you negatively. Like some will not go into drugs and, you know, all this kind of life. So it's very important that you be careful what circle you go to, you know, you put yourself in when you go abroad. Another thing is that it has given me privacy. Okay, back home, I used to think, yeah, your name, come and do this. I remember one time I was just coming back from like where I went to, and it was like night, and Nigeria most times there's traffic, and I live very, very far from where I do most of my things, right? As I got home like this, boom, my grandma was cooking something. She was making, I think, amala. That is it yam flour that is amala? What is amala, guys? I'll put it here. And she was making it, and as she just saw I came in, she just handed it over to me. And that thing is like, you have to do like this, do like I could not talk. I was just like, you know, like, I don't need to think, what are we going to eat? Or you're going to cook. What are we going to, like, there's no privacy, right? For you to say, okay, I want to just take out today to do this thing. Or I want to, like, everybody, like, even if you have your own room safe, yes, it's still not, there's no privacy, okay? Compared to like when you live abroad and you're living really on your own, you get some privacy to do certain things. Even though I know that some people, even in their country, they tend to live away from their family, this can also still be linked under the same thing, right? It's just that you are still living in the same, you know, country, you can easily just go home. But when you're living abroad, you can't easily just go home. You have to think of flights, cost of tickets. You have to think of that before you think of, okay, I'm missing my family, I want to go home, okay? Another thing is that it has pushed me out of my comfort zone, like having to work, having to be a YouTuber that I am doing right now. You know, and some other things, like, it just pushes you out. I've tried new food. I eat Dominican food, like, and I enjoy them actually. And I'm not that kind of person that'll just say, okay, I can try this food or try that food, but it has pushed me out of my comfort zone. I'm not just eating my food alone, my culture food or food from where I'm from. I'm able to like try diverse food. Maybe in Nigeria, I would have had to push myself out on purpose to try those foods. And I'm more of an introvert, right? You hardly just see me go out. But yeah, it's like the food is just right in your face. You better eat. You better eat. So it has pushed me out of my comfort zone. Back home in Nigeria, when people work, is mostly after they are done with their NYSC, which is like, how do I explain NYSC now for those who are not Nigerians? It's just like something you do, service you do after you're done with your university, right? You serve your country, basically, that's just it, for like a year. So most times people work after that when they get like work with their degree, jobs with their degree. You know, compared to like when you come here and you go abroad and then you have to work while you're schooling, or you have to like look for that source of income. It just pushes you. If you that you were thinking, oh, it's until you're done with university before you go and work. Just find that you're going to go and work somewhere and they're giving you like how much per hour. Like, it's just push you out. Another thing is that I've learned, and I'm still learning, to live with people of different cultures. I've lived with Nigerians, yeah, that one is expected. I'm Nigerian, by the way. I've lived with Dominicans, I've lived with Jamaican, I've lived with a Jamaican, lived with a Cameroonian. Is it Cameroonian or call it? Please, what do you guys call people from Cameroon? I've lived with, of course, you guys know Zimbabwean, okay? And I'm still living with a Zimbabwean. So, like, I've seen that at the end of the day, we're not even different. Literally, we're all the same. Maybe just a little change here. This is what I'm saying about leaving your own land. You begin to see that all those people that you look at as, oh, maybe they're foreigners, they're so different. They're not different. They're similar to you, so similar to you. Even in their culture, which is that, like, their food, their way of living, so similar, right? Of course, there'll be little changes here and there, but nothing that drastic that you can't adapt to. So it has really made me see that we are so similar, like so similar. Another thing is that it has made me appreciate my family and friends even more. And even the little things of life, like, back home, you're like, oh, I can't wait to leave this house. Any little thing, I'm tired. Let me tell you, when you go abroad, you live away from your family, like I've done for years, you miss your family, like you miss your family. WhatsApp does not do it, okay? WhatsApp video call or Skype or Zoom, they can't fill in that void, like seeing your family face to face, you know, of being able to just stay at home and someone just bring food for you. Oh, have you eaten? Oh, I take this food. Or maybe you're tired. You just, you know, all those little things. Like now, this is Christmas period, and another time when you're alone again. Everybody's going to be their family and you are just there. But yeah, I thank God for friends who have become like family. Or friends who say, let us organize something, at least who will not be bored this Christmas period. But apart from that, it can never be like family. Even if your family does not organize something, in fact, they're just with your family alone. In fact, it's good, okay? Like after the hurricane, a lot of my friends moved to SVG because the school moved to SVG, but I didn't move for some reasons. But like, most of my friends left, you know, and I was here alone. So it makes you value things like that, like friendship, like family, you know. And sometimes when you're abroad for schooling, when maybe a friend of yours wants to just move to another school, they leave, maybe they want to go home during your Christmas holiday, you know, and you are just there alone. So it makes you value things like family and friends. So don't take your family and friends for granted, okay? So guys, I'll be stopping here for today, and that's not because I'm done. So there's going to be part 2. Watch out for the part 2 of this video. There are still more things that I need to share to make us see why we should at least for once in a lifetime move to another country, even if you just spend 3 months, 1 year, 2 years, you know, just move out of your comfort zone. So I'll be sharing that alongside my own experience living in Dominica, you know, for this years away from my family. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Please don't forget to like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Yes, that button that does like this up. And also comment, let me know what you think. Which of these points did I mention can you relate to? And also subscribe please. You see, if you can still see that red button that says subscribe, that means you've not subscribed yet. Please click on it right now, and also turn on your bell. Yeah, thank you. And also share this video, share to your family, share to your friends, share to your loved ones, share even to your enemies. Okay, on a more serious note, yeah, thank you so much guys for watching. I really appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one. By the way, this is Vlogmas Day 3. See you tomorrow, God's grace. Bye bye.